Hello, my replay viewers. You guys are amazing. Hi, hi, hi. It is Sunday for my replay viewers. If you are coming in on the replay, drop me a hashtag replay below. You guys are amazing, and I so appreciate you coming in and watching me on the replay. I thank you so much for coming and watching this hashtag Strong with Dawn. If you don't know who I am and you've never watched me live, let me know, first of all, that you're coming in live, number one. And if you're coming in live, I want to say thank you so much. Let me know what your day was like. I like to come to you guys live almost every single day. On a health and wellness journey, I try to come to you guys with tips, tricks, and everything in between to make our lives a better version of our lives and of ourselves. So as you're coming in, say hi. Let me know what is going on in your day. I completely feel blessed right here. I am feeling blessed today, and I did some self-development this morning. I said, you know what? I'm going to hop on here real quick. I had to go to a viewing today, which isn't always the most fun thing to do in the world. But when you do those things, it kind of brings you, hi Barb, it kind of brings you self-reflection, and it brings you what life is about sometimes. And I did some self-reflection. You know, sometimes we have to realize in life we are here for a bigger purpose than waking up every morning, going through our routines, going to work, just doing everything that we do every single day. So I wanted to talk to you guys about, how are you, my girl? I didn't hardly get to talk to you today. I've got to go on, Marco, and you might have left me one. I have to talk to you too, girlfriend. But I want to talk to you about a bigger purpose and why we're actually here. So I was listening to self-development about my side business that I do for the health and wellness company that I'm in. I said, but you know what? This self-development can bring value to so many people out there to know that we are here for a bigger purpose. And when you have to go to weddings and funerals, and I should say funerals and wakes, and people end their, you come to the end of people's lives, it kind of puts things in perspective for you, and it kind of makes you think, wow, why do things happen? It has been almost a year since we found out about Ashley's cancer. I actually can't even almost believe it. And when you get that kind of devastating news in your life, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to turn, you don't know what to do. Your life literally gets put in a tailspin, and it's kind of hard to believe that it's been a year already. Can you believe that it's been almost a year since that awful day happened to us? It was the Friday before Thanksgiving. I will never forget that day as long as I live. The date, not necessarily, but the day itself. The day that, I got a text from Ashley and then a call, and then the next thing I know, we're sitting in an oncologist office, which is really hard to believe when I look back on life and I look at how my life has changed over the last 2 years. Nevertheless, the last year, it's just been crazy for me. So, isn't that crazy, Barb? It all started last September, but the actual news that we found out, which was nothing we were expecting, was the Friday before Thanksgiving last year. So it kind of, I've been doing a lot of self-reflection and doing reflection, and I realized, you know what? Each of us has a purpose in life to be here. And I heard a statistic in this self-development that I was doing, and here's the statistic that actually will blow your mind. It is 400 trillion to 1 that you already won the biggest lottery of your life of just actually being here, standing on the earth, sitting on the earth, wherever you are right now. 400 trillion to 1 that we're even actually human beings standing here. And I actually thought about that when I heard that this morning. I said, wow, that's just really, really insane when you think about it. Each of us has a unique purpose in life. And sometimes I talk about our why we're here, what the purpose in life is, why do we go through the circumstances we go through? Why do things happen the way they happen? My girl Barb got a flat tire yesterday. Hi, Helen. And I love you, Barb. She's starting her vacation. Well, I'm thinking to myself, is this poor woman, really? You're starting your vacation. Why is this happening? And then you think back and you say to yourself, okay, you're put in a circumstance and you don't want things to go the way they go sometimes. Hello, my husband. And I think sometimes that, Barb is just an amazing human being in my life. And she's been on this journey with me from the beginning, which I can't even believe. We've been friends before this, but to realize that I've been on this journey the whole time I was living at Ashley's and everything with Ashley's treatments, I think Barb and I probably didn't miss a day talking to one another. And I value our friendship and Barb being in my life. And I think about the purpose of that sometimes and just the amazing things that have happened to my life since Ashley's diagnosis. And I realize that each of us is here for a purpose and a reason. And I don't even still know sometimes. Like, I wake up every day and my purpose and reason might change. But I know that I was put here to help a lot of different people. I know that I was here to bring value to a lot of different people in my life, which is like everybody turns around and brings value to my life. But the fact that I could help other people and I could be here for a lot of different people and be here and strong for them, that's what brings me joy. So let me know if you know the real purpose. Sometimes you'll say, why did this happen? Like, I ran into my girl Helen this week. She was telling me some things that happened to her too, and I was so grateful that I ran into her at the food store, because we don't ever see each other. And then here I am coming out on my lunch hour and there's Helen sitting on the bench. That happened to me a couple times this week, where I actually ran into people that I know. And I think that sometimes we have to realize that the purpose is much bigger than what we even expect sometimes. And when we go through life's lessons and journeys, like I've done for the last year and like Ashley's done, and like our family's just completely been changed forever, that you take out of situations like that and oh, Barb, you're mine too. And you really think about that situation and how my life, I feel like I always was helping everyone else. Like, I always, my sister was saying today, like, you always just had this way of like, going into a situation and like seeing the better way, the good way to do it, and I kind of thought about that, because I always do. I feel like I can be in a conversation and I can make people feel good about themselves, and I can bring value to a conversation that, make people feel comfortable with one another. I mean, like, I can actually, it probably wouldn't surprise you that I can talk to anyone. But I think sometimes that we have to realize that we're enough. We are standing on this earth, and we as human beings are enough. We're enough. And a lot of us don't realize that. You're enough. You're enough. Period. End of story. Hi, Natasha. You're enough in general, like just about in life. And I think sometimes we have to really realize our purpose and why that's happening. And I ask why a lot. The last year has just been a tailspin. And I wake up every day and I tell everybody, let's be grateful for something today. Some days when you wake up, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to find that gratefulness in your life, because sometimes you get thrown into situations where you're like, my life is just, this isn't going to work. And, you get thrown into these tailspins. Let me tell you something. Waking up from the morning after a cancer diagnosis or something on that order, it's very hard to put that into perspective, that you're going to find out why. But my life has been touched in so many different ways. And for me, knowing I'm enough. You're enough. You're enough. If you could drop that below, I'm enough or you're enough. Give me a thumbs up emoji if you really feel that you're in this life and you're enough. You're enough. You bring value to whatever it is that's going on in your life, your job, your career, your friends, your family, whatever it is, you're enough and you can fulfill that. And I think that having fulfillment and inspiration are two wonderful different aspects in our lives. And that was brought up today too when I was reading and listening to this one video. Like, having fulfillment in my life every day, and I've been able to make connections. Thank you, husband. Making connections. And if you feel this, you're bringing value to this, you feel free to share it out and let me know. Like my husband just shared it out. But to know that you're bringing inspiration to other people, sometimes just by being there. We all go through these circumstances in our life, and I've been blessed to be able to be connected with the people in the Hodgkin's community. I've made a connection with a wonderful woman. Her son was diagnosed with Hodgkin's, and her journey, we're actually similar people, and I haven't really gotten to know her all that well because she's just starting out on this journey. But as moms, and we're scared when we get that kind of a diagnosis, and it's like you don't know where to turn and you don't know what to do. My other dear friend, her cancer is back and she's going through treatments, and I'm going to be blessed enough to spend, my Wednesday with her like we do once a month. And I just find that going through things like this in life, it brings such joy to my life that I can then turn around and be an inspiration for other people. So just realize that you're enough in life. Having acceptance that you're enough, that you're not an accident, that we're here 400 trillion to 1 is just unbelievable odds. And I think you need to stop telling yourself that you're not going to bring value to other people, or that you don't matter to other people, or that you don't mean anything to other people? Because sometimes that's hard to realize in life, I think sometimes. Change your relationship with fear. That was another topic that he talked about in relation to us and our businesses. But if, you know, we all have fear in our lives. We wake up every day sometimes and we have that fear. And instead of going through life with that fear and, you know, like going to work and you know, what can happen at work that day, or you're going through life or you have family situations going on and you have that fear, turn that fear into a purpose. Turn that into a purpose as to what you can do to reflect and make it better for the next person, for the people that you're touching their lives. To know that we can just bring so much to value to other people's lives makes it so, that makes, you know, me, I come on here live almost every day as much as I can to talk to you guys, whether it's about health or wellness or a topic like this where you have a bigger purpose in life. And to know that this journey that Ashley was on and that our family was on just brought us full circle to be healthier, better versions of ourselves. It's certainly made me a better version of myself, which I'm so grateful that I have that peace in my life. You know, I'm actually going to say, I'm going to type that. If you could do me a favor and give me the peace sign. There's a peace sign down in I think I'm spelling this right. I hope I'm spelling the word peace right. Tell me if I spelt that right. Give me the peace sign below if this is hitting home for you, because I think we need to realize that it's important to realize our journeys and how much we can impact somebody else's life. And when you realize how you can just impact somebody else's life just by being there and talking to them and being grateful every day and surrounding yourself with the people that bring that value to you, that you surround yourself and then you get that back tenfold. You really do. You know, change your relationship with the fear, change your relationship. Your biggest fear leads you down the path of your true purpose. So when you have that fear and you turn that fear into something positive, just like me and my girl Barb, and having that self-confidence in what we do every day, that brings me so much joy that I can come on here and I can talk to you guys, and I get people that message me in Messenger and be like, listen, your lives just mean so much to me. Your videos, when I go on there and I listen to you and I listen to your message and I listen to what you're saying, like, it just brings so much to me. Sometimes they need to hear a message that day that they're getting out of something that I'm bringing to them, and that's really what brings me so much joy. That if I can turn around and take what I've gone through in life and my circumstances in my life, and listen, you know, I've not had the easiest life in the world, but you know what? I'm grateful for everything that I went through. And then the last year, to know that, you know, we've come full circle, and prayerfully we're going to, you know, Ashley's going to stay cancer free when we go through the scans that she'll have again next month. And that's what we do every day. So when I wake up every day and I can come and talk to you guys and talk about a purpose and talk about your fears, to face your fears, how can you turn around the fear that you're facing and that whatever that circumstance would be and make it a positive and really turn it into something that would bring value to other people? That's why I think it's so important for our message, and, you know, make your mess your message. I love Robin Roberts for bringing that message to me, because I followed her cancer journey way before Ashley got sick, and her mom used to teach her, make your mess your message. And when you turn around and realize what your mess was, and whatever that was at that time in your life, that if you can turn around and make that your purpose and how you bring that to other people, I really truly believe that that's what I've done. I write in my journal as much as I can. I wrote it in this morning. I'm going to fill out my other book. And actually, you know what? I'm actually going to show you this other book that I bought, because I actually haven't showed you guys this yet. But I'm starting this tonight. I'm going to do this as soon as I get off this live. And I'm actually writing in this book. And here's the book that I bought. I might have showed you one earlier, but here's what I bought this time next year. And I really, really wanted to do my story, my life, my, you know, my why and why I do things. And I think by writing in this book and really, you know, taking some of the exercises in here, like, are you right or left-handed? Place that hand on this page and trace it with a pen or pencil using your non-dominant hand. Now turn it into artwork and then using your other hand, your either hand. Make a list of 5 chores you never seem to get around to doing at home. Anything from organizing closets, drawers. Choose, come on, everyone has something. And just like these types of questions that are in here, another one, fill in the following chart. When you feel happy, you like to. When you feel sad, you like to. And all the pages are like amazing, that I'll be able to fill this out, and it'll kind of start bringing my story together. This is a book that my girls will always have about me. and anybody that wants to, you know, look back, and then I'll be able to look back on my life and know that I completed this, and know, you know, if I could try to, you know, get to this almost every single day. And then I'm writing in a synopsis journal that I started, and every day I'm writing what I'm grateful for. So like when I heard this video today, it really hit home for me, and realized that we're here and there's a bigger purpose of us being here in life, and knowing that we can bring our fears and our lives to other people. So I want you to shift your philosophy. And this is the ending of the video that I watched today. Shift your philosophy from get to give. How do you give? Now, a lot of times this year, a lot of people have reflections about Thanksgiving and the holidays, and they give, and you do, you know, like we usually give gifts to, I got this at Barnes & Noble, my friend, Barnes & Noble, and you probably could order it online. It's called This Time Next Year, 365 Days of Exploration by Cynthia Scher. I bet you could order it online if you really wanted to. And how cool, this has the neatest exercises, Barb, in it. Like every single page that you turn has something else for you to do. And what I really like about this is they're really short things to do. And it's 300, if I had to guess, since it's a year, it's 365 exercises that you could do for your life, right? And it's so cool to be able to bring this and like have this as my legacy in a way. You know, I keep talking about wanting to write a book, and this is like the first step for me. You know, I go live. Thank you, Barb. I go live and I talk to you guys about, you know, that this is me also, and it's a legacy that I don't think Facebook is going to be going anywhere, and it's something that my girls will be able to go back and look at my videos, and my family and my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and great, and always had this. You know, I told my dad I wanted to interview him on camera because I really want to have that part of him. And I think it's important, you know, the older people, it is, exactly. But what's so cool about this is it brings out other things rather than just blatantly writing. So I'll show you what else I wrote, what else I bought, and what I'm writing in. I actually bought a calendar that has like a little synopsis, right? And in here, I mean, I just did today, but you can like pick days. And look, it's like 6 lines. You can write, how easy it is to write in this. And sometimes it's overwhelming for people to write their story and write their whys and write their purpose. But I think that if we do, and we leave it for other people, and we really get our thoughts down, I think it's important. So shift from get to give. And this will help. Instead of what can I get? What am I getting out of this day? What am I getting out of what I'm doing? What am I, you know, what is my purpose? You give. You look at it as that I could turn my message, my mess, into a message and bring that to other people like you guys and change people's lives every single day. And you could do it as simple as buying coffee for the person next to you. It could be something as simple as volunteering your time. It could be something as donating your clothing. Whatever it is that will be your purpose, that will be your why, will be your give, is to turning your story and your message into something that's fruitful and valuable and usable for other people. So the antidote to fear is service. I think that it's important that your biggest fears are often simply a reflection of the greatest gifts inside of you. And then something called my story. Your story. Hi, Valerie. What is your story and what is your why? So this is something I'm going to write in this when I hang up. I'm gonna write my first entry because I've had it for like a couple of weeks. Danielle and I went to the bookstore and I haven't started it, and it's because I don't take the time to do it. So I would like to come to you guys tonight and talk to you about your purpose. Your purpose is bigger than what you think it is. Your purpose and your why as to why you're here. Why maybe you're on a health and wellness journey. You want to lose weight. Like I have a lot of people losing weight with me and feeling better about themselves. And I give them tools. Like someone reached out to me today and she's like, oh, can you give me a menu? Of course I can. You know, so I just feel that if I could bring value to you guys as we go through our everyday, and I can, you know, help everyone on their journey, because you guys help me on my journey by me helping you, and by giving instead of getting. What can I give to everybody? What service can I do? How can I turn my today into helping someone else as I'm walking down the street? And when you start doing that and you start really surrounding yourself and you have that mind frame and that mindset, it will completely change your life. I promise you. As I'm standing here for the last 2 years, have going through what I've gone through, and you know, going through what I went through as a young child, and then going through what we've gone through over the last year, I can tell you right now that there's a bigger purpose for every single one of us out there, and we just have to find it. And it's going to change for me. Hi, Debony. It's going to change for me. It really. Oh, I love your profile picture, Debony. That is amazing. Look, it's got a heart. How cool is that? I love that. I love that. I think that hashtag Strong with Dawn. I'm going to come to you guys as much as I possibly can, always, to try to change your life. Then in turn, you change mine. So I'm instead of getting, I'm giving, and I'm grateful every single day. And what you see on here is what you get with me, guys. It is the truth. It is me, and it is like that all the time. You can ask Barb because we talk every day. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Had a wonderful weekend. Chuck and I got to spend yesterday together. Like I said, unfortunately today I had a wake to go to. My stepmother's mom passed away, but grateful, thankful, blessed that I could be there. Because that's what's amazing about life, and that's what we do. We give as much as we can. So thank you for staying tuned. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think that's amazing. So thank you for sharing that. It looks like it's a video too. I'm actually going to go to your profile when we're done, and I'm going to go look at that because that's just so cool. So I appreciate you and thank you. So have an amazing rest of your night. If you're catching me on the replay, please let me know. And if you shared it out, again, let me know, because some people need to hear this message and it'll bring value to other people's lives. So mwah, love you. Talk to you guys later. Hashtag Strong with Dawn out. Have a great night.